I mean, he had gotten within like 10 feet of me, and he's like, "Oh, I wasn't going to run you over."
Second season is even better because they have the musical version of Mice and Men called "I'm with Stupid."
God, if only I missed that missing gene. Like, if you could just insert that back in, maybe they can CRISPR me. Maybe they can CRISPR me.
Hey, that'd be cool.
And then I get the name recognition back.
I really wish that we had come up with a better name for that than one of the drawers in the fridge. Have we talked about this?
You know, the whole biblical thing where, you know, when the Messiah returns, the dead will be, the people will be raised from the dead, sort of. And I would freak out about that. I'd be like, well, you know what, God, I'd like you to come before I die because I don't want to wake up in a coffin.
Yeah.
Which is, it's like
That
a
would suck.
6-year-old is a reasonable concern, right? Like,
Well, E.T. freaked me out. That's for darn sure.
Gray, you were like, I knew it.
And he's freaky. And when you just stumble upon him in that field at the very beginning of the movie, and he goes, "Rah!" And then like I'm like, okay, I'm done with this. That's a bunch of crap right there. See ya.
I mean, you're not encouraging people to go out and do
I say this is a bad idea, and we at Accidentally Derivative do not condone the murder of other human beings.
Yeah, Cousin Oliver.
Oliver, yes.
Oh, it's that kid.
Cousin Oliver,
I
yeah.
remember him. Oh, that poor guy.
Yeah, he sucked.
There was also this other issue I had.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like bumps in my socks.
Okay. The next day, I pull that one down. There are 4 places for smoke detectors. There are 0 smoke detectors in those places. That night, I don't know where that's coming from now.
And it's all the cacophony of this. My dogs look like they're like, what the hell have you done? Like, what? And I said to Michelle, I said, what is this? Sleep sounds for the homeless?
But then when you get up there, you're like, what am I supposed to do? Just tell the bus driver don't go. I mean, he's on a schedule. There's like 35 people in this bus that are going to hate me if I'm like, no. We're not on the bus yet. So you, sir, are going to sit right here and wait for my slow friends. Right.
It's not like I wouldn't walk over to your curtains and like dry my hands on your curtains. You know what I mean? Like the moment to do it would have been when you're like, oh no, that's a decorative towel. Like I should then walk. Oh, okay.
Go over to the curtain.
I'm asking you, sugar, what I like
To you, I think.
Yeah, I'm not doing it.
I don't know
There
the
it
words
is.
to that part. Well, our long national nightmare has come to an end, and we have finally solved the mystery of the phantom smoke detector, and I feel like a moron. On the, you know, like the stairs go down, but there's this wall around the opening so that you don't walk into
That's where you put all the stuff. That's
where you put all the
certainly,
stuff.
If I put it there, I will remember because I pass this all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah, right. I know the spot well.
Like there's never been a pleasant smoke detector that was like, sir, it would appear that your domicile is in flames. Would you care to exit the domicile, perhaps? You might prevent some death that way, I believe.
And the child is engaged in a conversation with this doll, and this doll looks like something that was like Chucky's sister kind of doll. Please let me know if that doll turns its head and looks over here, because then I'm out. I'm out. What if this plastic bag is only against like something hot and it catches fire? And then my car catches fire for this plastic bag. It could happen.
I don't think you should be driving anymore.
You have a thing. You have a thing you do on Tuesday nights.
Oh, no! I'm taking the fall off.
What the heck?
That.
You didn't tell me that.
Well,
that changes everything.
Well.
Good Lord.
You were going to invite me to dinner or something?
No, but we have plans. We have we've been looking for extra. It's actually fun. Like, I don't know, cathartic at least a little bit. Like, this is
cathartically making cheese.
Yeah, like you're just watching this cheese making, and maybe cathartic. Like it's like
this is actually making cheese. This isn't a euphemism or something.
No, they're making. Okay. Yeah, like sugar. I mean, it's like,
so I imagine that you boil it up, you get your sugar goop, and then surely you put some sort of a flavoring in there, and then you spread it out Walter White style until it's dries or solidifies or whatever. And then you smack it into the crystals just like they did on Breaking Bad. Yeah. And then wow, I wonder if meth would make cotton candy.
I don't think it. What? Like I don't understand. What do you want to call it? Crotch wrinkle. That's the only way I can describe it. Is there a technical term for it? Like
crotch wrinkle, I think, is the technical term for it.
What I'm saying is like if everybody accepts a shirt that like comes out of the dryer, then we just freed up so much time and money.
Yeah.
Just be okay
I think that's
with
what's keeping us from exploring space. How do you like them coconuts? That's what.
How do you like? I don't. That doesn't sound appropriate. Yeah, it doesn't sound appropriate.
It doesn't.
You can't say that. No. I don't think you're allowed to say that.
I don't like them. Please put your pants back on.
You may have to cut that back. Cut that.
Yeah, older people looked older.
Back in the day, way back in the day, I used to think it was the hats.
Sure,
because they would wear serious hats. Yeah,
they would go into the store and say, "Hello, storekeeper. I would like to purchase a serious hat, sir." And they say, serious hats. Oh, they're in the back corner. Oh, this is gonna be good. Have got a situation going on.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. I didn't scroll up far enough. I can't wait to hear about this.
Okay. We'll call him neighbor 1, just to keep the innocent and all that. And his neighbor 2, comes up to him and says, "Hey, I got a new guy that moved in next to me. Do you know anything about this guy? Because I haven't met him yet." And neighbor 1 is like, yeah, he's this dude. He's let's call him Ted Kaczynski.
All I remember is I'm about to get a shower. I thought I heard the landscapers. I can't remember exactly. I needed to go check, and I get out into the kitchen when I realize I'm completely naked. Oh, another important update for those who are keeping track. Mike, who was one of the great bartenders at Dahlia Lounge, is no longer at Dahlia Lounge, but have no fear, he's still near quite the deer. I don't know what I'm saying. I turn around, I look, I'm like, house. No, it was like my worst fear. Like, no, it was a snail that crushed its little shell thing. What do I do? I can't like mouth to mouth the snail. I mean, you could say significant other.
Yeah, but that's a lot of syllables.
My SO. This is my SO.
It sounds bizarrely like nautical. I don't know why. SO, this is the captain speaking. Fire torpedoes.
I come back to wash my hands, and there's a stack of material. It's the kind of thing like a mailer, like you would get a mailer, like a mailing card, like cardstock, glossy.
But
it's like an advertisement for erectile dysfunction. Okay, so then I actually thought, now how do I get this out of here?
And you were thinking that?
Well, yes, because how else was I going to deliver it to Carlos in the middle of a session?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. However,
as one way,
as one might be expecting, that I do have a bit of an update. on our friend Ted.
Well, this makes sense because my AirPods weren't working on my walk today. It's like I put them in my ear. There's nothing worse. Okay, correction. There are a lot of things worse.
I have been behind more than one person who has not even looked at the menu until they get to the cashier.
And they get to that, and then
care.
they say, "Hi, may I help you?" And you're like, "Yeah."
Let's see. What do you guys have here?
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, sorry.
Do you have?
That's a stab at.
Do you have?
I was thinking of simulating the sense of smell through like a, sucking air through a tube. But yeah, you'd have
You
to.
can suck the air through the tube. I'm not opening the gallon.
Like with a fan. I'm not like. What? I'm smelling the milk.
I'm inventing here.
There used to be a place in Pleasure Island called 8 Tracks that was kind of like that, and it was really
Yeah,
cool.
but, well, you were too young. You should not have been in there.
Yeah, yeah. But then
That was
I
the
also
problem.
here's exactly what you're talking about, because I also went into mannequins and I felt like I was too old for that place. And so
were.
like I'm a man without a country.
But we're taking the middle people, and we're building a club for them. I think Michelle's reaction when I told her I was going to talk about the Church of Jason was like, "Oh no,
I have a feeling
Not
that's a
not this
reaction she
again.
has often.
not this again." Oh, like Ebony and Ivory.
Right. They live together in perfect harmony. Isn't that interesting? If they're side by side on the piano, that's an interval called a second, and it sounds like garbage. I like somebody who's like, well, no. A 3-foot tall top hat. That's exactly what you wear in court.
Abe Lincoln style. Yeah.
Right. He was a
Yeah.
lawyer and he learned on a shovel.
I feel like we probably
He was a shovel
offended
lawyer.
a lot of people already. He's a shovel lawyer. If you go to his Wikipedia entry, it has on there shovel lawyer.
Abe Lincoln, shovel lawyer,
lawyer.
former president.
You know what's really weird?
Who's that?
People who take pictures at funerals.
Like
Oh,
a
it's a
photographer
thing.
walking around, or they're just taking shots.
You talk about having a very niche.
You don't have to worry about a lot of blinking, at least when you're taking shots.
Jesus.
As soon as you are ready to eat, all that stuff goes away, and like
That's the thing.
I
Why
know
have
that
it
like
there to make
particularly with like
wise?
the
It's just
older
work.
people in my family, grandmas and whatnot, you don't use these things. They're too nice.
It's like the living room that's untouchable.
Right, that's in the plastic. So you've
But-
guerrilla marketing kind of thing, like you put them in
Well,
there.
I think we just can do it. We could totally crowdsource this. What began as like a pipe dream has now become.
A mission.
Yeah, I feel like this is a thing.
Cans.
Silence the cans across the world, the Disney World.
Hashtag silence the cans. May the Lord bless you and keep you.
May make his face shine upon you.
May his lift up his countenance unto you and grant
give
you peace.
Peace, this, like that. Yeah.
Yeah. I always loved hearing those words when I was a kid, because that meant the service was over and we were about to go get donuts.
Plus, also, you wouldn't disturb the other theaters that way. You know, sometimes you can hear that you're watching some quiet moment,
Capital I important movie.
and then the next theater over, you're just boom, something definitely just exploded.
New York exploded over the store.
Oh, look, New York's under attack again. People should wear hard hats. If you're walking around the streets of New York City in a Marvel universe, you should be wearing a hard hat.
Yeah. In fact, why do you live in New York still? Because I like that tea tree stuff, right? Like I like that smell, and I like the sort of cooling effect. I like that. And then I went and found it on Amazon, and I got like a friggin' liter of the stuff.
You need an affiliate link of some sort, Marcus, so you can.
I wish, yeah. We'll set that up. The Accidentally Derivative Salon. We use exclusively whatever this is right here. Tea tree.
It's heavy
We
on the
wash
tea
the
tree.
possum in tea tree. He feels refreshed every time.
But
I'm scared to death that the next thing she's going to ask is what
where's
product
this
do I
going?
normally, what do I usually use on my hair? Because then I'm going to have to explain, well, I have 6 different shampoos.
Okay, we got this teak stool, right?
Please. I'm not sure. I feel like zip ties are kind of like a cousin. Like they're right over here. Like zip ties they have no place in my life. But I'm not. Anyway, stop. I don't know. I don't even sit over. How are there crumbs over there?
You can be a violent eater. Okay.
Oh, we never talked about the violent eater. So we're clicking on buy it again.
So I'm in buy it again.
Buy again.
And a lot of this stuff, makes sense. There's the shampoo I was talking about last week. Mm-hmm. Coffee filters, yeah, that makes sense. Mm-hmm. But like, why do I have a Roomba in here?
Can't tear the bag open without doing damage to the cardboard either.
Right.
If you pull it out so that you don't tear the cardboard, so you
It
open
expands.
it, then it expands, and now it looks like it's got a eating problem. Like
You either have to cram it back in there and have the box bow out like this,
bulging.
and then it won't close at the top, or you gotta like moose the friggin' plastic bag to try to get it back into a flat shape,
No.
and then all that does is break up all the cereals on the inside.
Right.
It is an absolute horror show.
Did I tell you? I told you about the saltwater terrorist, right? I read this short story when I was, I think, in 10th grade, and it was titled "The Saltwater Terrorist."
You did not tell me about
I
this.
think I have it somewhere, probably. Well, I'll just give it to you in a nutshell. So to get here, and they're using this stuff, and this guy, he got it on his hands. He came in panicking.
Ooh,
Yeah, I need a towel.
Lord.
I see the distress, and then I see his hands. Scan the environment for available options, because it wasn't like I didn't have a towel handy somewhere.
They were nice.
Whichever towel I use. Like he's panicked. He's like, I gotta get this off. I need like a towel, and you both eyeball the towel hanging right there,
It's like a stack of them, and you're like,
and then you're like, I'll go look for some. I love that you have the first house we were ever in that had its own little room just for the toilet.
it's so brilliant.
When we moved here, and I was exploring that room, I realized there's no place to set my phone down. But it wouldn't have to be a phone. It could be a beverage. It
Beverage.
could be a utensil.
It could be a plate of hors
It could be.
d'oeuvres.
It could,
Then the last
What was
one,
for?
the fourth one is he is back in Southeast Asia and he lives there, and like some mission, like some of them get captured by local extremist militants,
drug lords probably or something.
So they find out that that a Rambo lives nearby. They're like, hey Siri,
Find me Rambo.
find Rambos near me, and he Rambos all through the woods. And then there's like the sad piano music at the end when Rambo nobody understands Rambo.
A diffuser. I never even thought about that. You can't get the kind with the long reeds sticking out the top. 'Cause that's going to topple over.
Yeah,
too
you're
easily.
going to knock that off if you have a particularly violent session, or if you're trying to go in the box so that you can send it to Cologuard.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
going to be
I
a
gotcha.
lot more awkward.
I guess you would do that.
Certainly
Yeah.
you wouldn't do it
You're
in
not
the
gonna
kitchen.
do it in the kitchen.
right?
Well, at least there's little rubber feet, I think.
Oh, so
Or
it
felt
doesn't
or
slide.
something.
Yeah.
Well, it's just scratchy. It's bamboo, but it's like, I guess, cheap bamboo. Anyway.
Is there expensive bamboo?
It should be.
Really good hardwood bamboo.
At the Hyatt where I stay in California, because that door it swings so fast.
Yeah, it's like a bear trap. It shuts really fast, but it stops just before it gets shut, and it kind of stops, and you're like, oh, maybe this one's gonna, and then bam, like goes the rest of the way really fast, and it's like, oh, no, I guess not. I thought it was gonna be cool, but no. Almost everyone in the Marvel Universe is younger than I am, except for Robert Downey Jr.
Paul Rudd is 49.
Well,
I believe.
he's like
Or 50.
805.
He's 50.
He looks like
Sexiest
he did.
man alive, apparently.
Yeah, and good on him.
according to
He
people,
deserves
right?
it. He's a good guy.
Jimmy,
Did
that-
Keanu Reeves ever get that? He deserves it as well. He's an extremely cool dude.
You know they're not the same thing.
Oh, Paul Rudd and Keanu Reeves? Yes,
Yeah.
I'm aware of that. I appreciate you informing me, though.
I don't know whether she said it or I said it, but yeah, one of us said, "Oh, that's tight." I think maybe I probably said, "Yes, it's tight." She says, "Yeah."
You waggle your eyebrows a little bit. Yeah.
I was
Tight,
kind
right?
of I was kind of
Mhm.
fishing for a compliment. I think like I wanted it's like some kind of praise. Like
Well
you know,
done
I'm
on the
surprised
tight
that you.
teeth.
Yeah, I mean, well, I'm surprised that you actually
Oh.
floss. Like yeah.
I do have a little
Over there.
subscribe button that shows up every now and then. In
I
fact,
thought I saw that.
there it is right there.
Are you doing it again? He's doing
Did
it.
it.
He's doing his
Yeah.
thing. Hey,
It's under-
it
it's
makes
under
me
your
so happy
picture.
when you do stuff like that. It's so exciting. Oh, it's right there.
Yeah, right there.
That's
See?
pretty good. Okay. Well, hello there.
Now it looks like you're talking to you.
No, we ordered Uber Eats one night. They give you the driver, so they give you the driver profile thing, but then they also give you the rating. What am I supposed to do with that information, Marcus? Like, what am I
Right.
supposed to do? It was 90%. 10% of the people hated you enough to actually give you a bad rating. What does that look like? What do they do?
Yeah, like what does a 2-star or a 3-star delivery look like? It's like they put the food down and they only stepped on one sandwich or something. I mean,
do they eat half the fries as opposed to all the fries?
Right.
Because Alex and Henry didn't know what they don't sauce their steaks.
yeah, I don't either. That's the
So
thing.
we're all
right?
intrigued by the steak sauce situation, right? I'm dipping it in every single day. Every bite in my mouth, it's got a different flavor. Every single one. I'm going around the track. I couldn't cut my pieces of steak small enough to get basically the steak became a vehicle for
For the sauce.
The sauces.
Yeah.
It just
becomes
that
a
was-
glorified waffle.
Oh, we got to talk about prison waffles. So then
We definitely have to talk about prison waffles. And everything okay over there? For those listening at home, Jason has become distracted by something. Quite distracted, in fact.
you've heard of underoos, folks. These are outeroos.
Outeroos. Overroos.
Overroos. These are over the underoos. It's different. It's not just underoos on the outside. It's over the
These are
underoos.
underoos, and these are just roos.
So what happened was that I have the sound. I have the sound going. The sound, the white noise, right?
Oh, right, yeah.
On the Alexa device, and it stops. Even the dogs are used to. I'm kind of worried about boarding the dogs now because
They need white noise now.
They need white noise. I feel bad. They're like because
They're like,
it's
would you put some paper in the people, please?
and one of them's not really cinnamon. And
Yeah,
that's the
what's
one
that
I've
called?
had the most of.
Right, I was about to say that's the most common one.
It's like
I can't think of the name of it.
It's case.
Yeah, it's another C/K word, but I don't.
Sususia, Sususudio,
Kaching.
Kachiga, Shadan Shama
Kachinko,
Shada. It's like that.
You're almost there.
Good luck listening to Rainbow Connection the same way ever again. Because I can. So you might as well not be able to either.
Well, you know what I have to say to that. You're really dark, man.
If that doesn't drive into YouTube, I don't know what will.
Yeah. It's almost like they have like a stable of actors. It's like if you ever watch anything that was produced in the UK, there's like 15
yes.
actors in the entirety of the United Kingdom, and they're in absolutely everything that they do.
I'm going to apologize in advance for...
Well, they know it's true too. Come on.
Unless I was like in a karaoke place. Imagine the setting. You're on a karaoke stage and you queue up Copacabana and you say to the karaoke maestro, "Oh, you can turn that screen off."
Or you come down from the thing where you can't see the screens anymore.
Oh,
Like,
he's leaving this.
working without a net.
I have to convey that somehow, right?
Yeah.
And you have that kid or the person, usually a person whose bag is larger than they are, who is going to, they see their bag, they grab their bag, and then at some point they've forgotten how heavy their bag was that they packed, and it drags them down the line of people. They're forced to either help them with the bag or step back, and it's like it's just the Darwinian system. Like you're gonna watch it happen.
To see where this goes.
The gazelle is gonna get eaten, and you're just like, it is what it is.
With legal licenses, I can see it in the case of Louisiana because they use the Napoleonic Code down there.
Well, and everybody's so messed up. Like the common laws are so different. I mean, there's common law and but the statutory law is so different. The legal system gets a little. But thank God that's not like medicine. But can you imagine?
We got different spleens down here.
I know. I am so hypocritical when it comes to this kind of stuff. Like I am.
It surprises no one.
How many times do you call yourself stupid in a day? Maybe never. For me, I'm like, what are you doing, Jason? Come on, get it together.
I don't necessarily do that, but
well, maybe you should. I'll start doing it for you, Marcus.
Just call me up randomly throughout the day.
What the heck are you doing,
stupid? Oh, hi, Jason.
I know it's a problem. It's a problem because Mr. T cereal.
That was basically Captain Crunch, if I remember correctly.
I think so, right? It was like, I'm going to tear up your mouth.
But
like
in T's. It's like the C-3PO C-3PO cereal. Yeah.
Oh my God, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah. It was just 8s that were
that were shaped like his face, like his. Right?
Well, yeah.
Like,
supposedly it was, I guess, his eyes. I think it was a pretty weak attempt.
Do you think we can still get that?
I'm sure eBay has some stuff.
You think it's still safe to eat?
This stuff is pretty much all preservative, so I'm going to say yeah.
But I do feel bad, like in those moments where you realize, like, oh no, when you get the beep because you weren't paying attention.
Oh, I was the guy. Yeah.
Ah, no.
Yeah. Damn it, I was the guy.
Oh,
I hate the guy, and I was the guy.
I was the guy, and then what do you say? Like, I'm not usually the guy.
Yeah, there's no way you can plead your case.
I'm not. What mug handles? You know, mug handles. I don't. Sometimes I worry I'm not holding it correctly. Some people like the big opening because they want to have the option of putting their hand around it. They do the like cup it thing.
Your coffee or whatever is way too cool if you're able to do that.
You're wearing mittens, of course.
I think that's kind of a fringe thing to design.
I mean, that's what it looks like. It's
mug
what it looks like
around that situation is a little strange. Well, what if they're wearing mittens?
So I'm thinking, I literally think to myself, he's gonna want to get up because there's a platform right there, right next to him.
Yeah, it looks like you can get up.
I know it's coming. I don't know this kid, but I know what's coming. Like the father's in his bag doing something, so he's not paying as much attention as he was before. And I'm thinking to myself, this is the most dangerous part of the attraction. This is where you need to. Not that it's a dangerous attraction.
Grand Fiesta tour.
Right.
They just need pizza money or something.
I'm wondering, is it for the
man,
groceries?
I'm out of cash. We want some pizza. Let's just we'll go out there and get people to give to us.
Yeah, just bring the boot. Bring the boot.
I got what we're gonna do. Charlie, take your boot off. Watch this.
You talked about or not last episode, but one of the previous episodes where I talked about like the mug, like the handle feel.
Oh, right, yeah.
But that's one where I can actually even remember the feeling of my teeth on the edge of the mug. Like,
wow. almost visceral memory of
What
this.
was chocolate milk?
Well, yeah. The most visceral of milks.
Oh,
I
got a fever.
Cabbage juice. Where do you get cabbage juice? It's cabbage juice concentrate. It's not fresh cabbage juice. No. This is from concentrate. This comes in a cylinder in the freezer section, and you can make cabbage juice out of it. You can make cabbage sherbet out of it.
yes. Then I started
Where
thinking
do
like
you
Christopher
get
Walken.
that?
Then like Christopher Walken, like, I got a fever.
The only
And the only prescription.
is more
is more
cabbage
cabbage
juice. Concentrate. They promised me in ads back in like the 80s that cola nuts go into making cola, and one assumes there's caffeine in the cola nut.
I'm sorry, sir, but you have an intestinal nut. Well, what kind of intestinal nut? Oh, this one happens to be a colon nut.
A colon nut. It's a sigmoid cashew, is what that is.
It was you were going to try it. I know you're going to try it now.
I have to now, not only because it's intriguing that it is more milk-like than any of the other sort of milk analogs that they have out there, but it's also, it was created by a computer named Giuseppe. Now I really need to taste this.